we continue to use ratios in order to compare quantities. We're going to work with very, very small numbers just to get used to the ratios. I'm on page 91 in our textbooks. Let's read a word problem. The ratio of the number of red apples to the number of green apples is 4:1. Obviously, we can see it on the picture. It's a super easy picture. So these are your red apples and these are your green apples. There are blank times as many red apples as green. Well, there is 1 green, 4 red, therefore 4 times as many red as green. The ratio of the number of green apples to the number of red apples is 1:4. Please pay careful attention to what they're asking us to what are they asking us to compare? Are they asking us to compare green to red or red to green? It's important because you have to write it down in that specific order. Finally, they are blank as many green apples as red apples. Well, I hope you see that the green apples is 1/4 of red apples. Notice we're going to keep reiterating the connection between fractions and ratios. I hope you see we have red and we have green apples 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times of red and 1 time of green. We can say there are 4 times as many red apples as green and 1/4 of red are greens. Next example, similar concept we're going to practice multiple times. There are 4 boys and 2 girls. The ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls is 4:2. The number of boys is twice the number of girls. Yes, I agree. You can also say that the ratio of the boys to the girls is 2:1. We can write it down as 4:2 is equivalent or same as 2:1. We simplified a ratio. I hope you see how we did it. We divide each quantity by 2, by the same factor. Oh, here it is. So 4:2 is the same as 2:1, just like we simplify fractions. The number of girls, well, if there are twice as many boys, the number of girls is half the number of boys. The ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys, I'm going to label G to B, is 2:4, or we can simplify it and say it's 1:2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. We can simplify ratios by dividing by a common factor. Oh, look at this, problem number 3. We have tables and chairs. Always, very frequently. Furniture, boys and girls, stickers, you name it. Very common topics. There are 9 chairs. Let's label 9 chairs and 3 tables. The ratio of the number of chairs to the tables, so chairs, C to T, is 9:3. There are 3 times as many chairs as tables. Do we agree? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and there's only 1 time of the tables. So the ratio of the number of chairs to tables is 3 chairs to tables is 3:1. We can say the same thing. 9:3 is equivalent ratio of 3:1. 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. 3 divided by 3, right? What we do to the left, we must do to the right to find equivalence. Problem number 4, of course, marbles. Alfred has some marbles. The ratio, he has some reds and he has a few blues. He has 1 time, let me get some bright color, 1 time, 2 times of blue, and 1 time, 2 times, 3 times the reds. The ratio of the number of blue to red is 2:3. Do we agree? This is 2 units, this is 3 units. Yes, of course, we agree. Right? We can translate it to the bar model just like that. The number of blue marbles, is 2/3. 2 out of 3 equal parts. See, 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. The number of blue marbles is 2/3 that of red marbles. We have fewer blue and more red. The ratio of the number of red to blue is 3 to 2. That is clear from the picture. And finally, the number of red marbles is 3 halves, or which is the same as 1, we can write an equivalent 1.5 times more than blue marbles. The red marbles we have 1.5 times more. Notice how I can demonstrate this. Watch. This is the same, right? This is the same. And we have a half more. So it's 1.5 times more of red than blue. Now, I'm going to skip practice C until page 95. Page 95. Let's do just the second page, and then page 94 you can do on your own. Problem number 4. The number of books is blank the number of files. So first let's count. We have 9 books, and we have 4 times 3, 12 files. These are books and these are files. The number of books is 9/12 of the number of files, and we should always simplify. It is 3/4. 3/4, right? The number of books is 3/4 the number of files. We have fewer books. Find the ratio of the number of books to the number of files. Well, books to files is 9/12, which is the same as 3/4. Question C. The number of files is blank times the number of books. Well, we clearly see there are more files. And we can just say it's 12 nines, which is the same as 1 1/3. 1 1/3 more. And find the ratio. So find the ratio. Find the ratio. Let's find the ratio of the number of files to the number of books. Now we're looking for an opposite comparison. Files to books is 12 to 9, which is equivalent to 4 to, too soon. 4 to 3. It's very important to pay attention to the order of comparison. Problem number 5. Brian has 5 game CDs and 15 music CDs. Find the ratio in simplest form of the number of game to music CDs. Again, I'm going to label for clarity. Game to music is 5 to 15, which is equivalent to 1 to 3. Love it. Very simple. There are 20 girls and 15 boys. Of course, girls to boys. Find the ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys. Girls to boys. Well, let's write it first the way it's given. 20 girls to 15 boys. It is equivalent to 4 to 3. The ratio is 4 to 3. Number 7. Jillian has 4 times as many stamps as Tanya. What is the ratio of the number of stamps? So first, let's make a small bar model. G is for Jillian, T is for Tanya. We know that Jillian has 4 times as many. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Then Tanya. What is the ratio? Well, we have 4 units to 1 unit. So Jillian to Tanya, G to T, would be 4 to 1. The stamps are in ratio 4 to 1. And it is in simplest form. I'm going to box my answer. Problem number 8. Wayne has 2/3 as many pencils. Again, 4 times as many. 2/3 as many. Let's work it out. Wayne has 2/3 as many pencils as pens. What is the ratio of pens to pencils? Let's write it down. Pens and pencils. What is given? Wayne, and that's W for Wayne, he has 2 out of 3 as many pens. 1 time, 2 times, out of 3 times. 2 out of 3. What is the ratio of pens to pencils? Oh, I messed it up a little bit. So sorry. Let me roll back. So we have 2/3 as many pencils. It is the pencils that are fewer. Yes, it is the pencils that are fewer. So 2/3 as many pencils as pens. So there are 3 units versus 2 units. Okay, therefore pencils to pens is 3 to 2. I will let you to simplify the ratios. I'm only going to do the final example D. 25 to 15 is equivalent. I hope you can tell very quickly. It's 5 to 3. We divided by 3 on the left and divided by 3 on the right. What we do to the left, we have to stay consistent and do the same on the right. I hope you found this lesson useful.